Today in Cannabis News, we will check in on how things are going with MedMen. Spoiler alert, not great. Illinois is continuing to rake in the cannabis cash. And is adult use legalization helping to take a bite out of crime? Could be. It's Thursday, July 9th, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First, let's talk MedMen. The cannabis retail chain is faced with hurdles yet again. According to MJ Biz Daily, after the multi-state operator's founders stepped down from leadership roles in January, their replacements have continued to struggle to the right ship. And just last month, MedMen lost the medical cannabis business license in Virginia. This blow is just the latest in a long list of legal and financial challenges facing MedMen lately. Thankfully, we have a Cliff Notes version for those of you keeping track. The organization has also recently faced a lawsuit filed in May that so far has resulted in at least the temporary closure of 2 MedMen-branded Arizona stores in Tempe and Scottsdale, the potential loss of a retail license in Pasadena, California, and a new demand for $600,000 in legal fees from former Chief Financial Officer James Parker, who's demanding the payment in an ongoing lawsuit he filed against MedMen in January 2019. MedMen declined to comment on this particular story, but in an email to Marijuana Business Daily, interim CEO Tom Lynch cited a recent company news release touting plans for a financial restructuring and turnaround plan, which includes deferring $32 million in financial commitments for a year. Do you think MedMen can turn it around? Share your thoughts in a comment on trichomes.com.
Next up, Illinois has set another cannabis sales record, hitting $47.6 million in June. According to Ganjapreneur, Illinois has set yet another cannabis sales record with $47.6 million in sales in June, as reported by NBC Chicago. In May, state cannabis sales totals reached $44.3 million, which broke the previous record of $39.2 million set during the first month of adult use sales in January. Dispensaries sold over 994,000 total items last month. According to Department of Financial and Professional Regulation data, in-state residents made the bulk of the purchases, totaling $35.3 million, while out-of-state residents bought $12.4 million worth of cannabis products in the state in June. Andy Seeger, an independent cannabis economist, told the Chicago Sun-Times that sales might have been even higher if not for the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Seeger explains, "We would be expecting much larger month-over-month numbers if Illinois had been a healthy market. Right now, with COVID-19 and the expanded medical model in place in Illinois, it's just very constrained on the supply side. There's not enough canopy space coming online for those that have licenses right now, and any future licenses have been pushed back as the state focuses on its COVID response."
And lastly today, a new study finds Colorado's cannabis legalization may have decreased crime in neighboring states. Law enforcement and other opponents of cannabis legalization have long warned that ending prohibition would lead to surges in crime, wreaking havoc on neighborhoods that hosted retail stores and spilling into neighborhood states that wanted nothing to do with the drug. But as researchers crunched the data collected since Colorado and Washington state became the first 2 states to pass adult use laws in 2012, they're finding scant evidence to support the dire warnings. One of the latest studies to examine before and after crime data, which looked at how legalization in Washington and Colorado affected crime rates in neighboring states, finds that passage of adult use cannabis laws may have actually reduced certain major crimes in nearby jurisdictions. We did not detect any increases in the rates of multiple types of crimes in border counties of the non-legalized states bordering Colorado and Washington, wrote the authors of the new study, published in the Journal of Drug Issues. They added, "We observed a substantial reduction in certain types of crimes, namely property crime, larceny, and simple assault in border counties in the Colorado region. This finding," the authors add, "challenges the argument made by the opponents of legalization that marijuana legalization would increase crime." The research was conducted by Guang Jian Wu of the University of Utah, Francis D. Boateng of the University of Mississippi, and Texas-based economic and statistical consultant Thomas Roney. More details to this study can be found by visiting trichomes.com.
And that was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals, visit trichomes.com.
And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. It really helps others find the show. You can also keep up with Trichomes on all social media platforms and the Trichomes YouTube channel. For trichomes.com, I'm David Corton.
And I'm Allison Ben Yehuda. Take care and come back again tomorrow.